Welcome to the Arizona Snowbowl, part of the Colorado Plateau, just outside of Flagstaff. We will be taking the Weatherford Trail to Humphreys Peak. I'm actually not the only car here this morning. Quite early, mid-September, about 45 degrees, no breeze, which is good. There are people here because, well, this is the quickest route to the summit of Humphreys, and Humphreys is the tallest peak in the state of Arizona. I have done this before, but never made a video, so thought I'd show you what it's like. As you can see, this is one of the few ski resorts. This is one of the largest, actually, in Arizona. It's a great morning. Let's get started. That's the way of the summit. Still deep into the trees. This is the registry. You do a summit like this, you have to register. It's really in your best interest. Little trails like the West Fork, that's your call. But when you're doing a big summit. So this trail, the Weatherford, I've actually done this hike, but not this part of the Weatherford Trail. I actually started from the other side. This is only a 10-mile, 3,500 feet elevation gain hike. The hike I did was 23 and somewhere around 5. So the other hike I did was longer. I just don't have time. So the birds are telling us we have to walk faster. Your first rock field. How far does it go? Pretty far. Just shows you you're just about to start hitting the serious elevation, because this is flat. That's where you're going. That is not the summit of Humphreys, but another peak. But that's the ridge line. That's where we're going. That's one of the lifts to the snowballs up there. The weather's been horrific here for the last month. Rain virtually every day. Fortunately, after I finished my dissertation residency in Phoenix, did a couple hikes yesterday. You can find them on my page. And they're only calling for a 20% chance. So that's the lowest in a long time. So today was the day to do it. Onward we go. That's the trail. It went from trail to uphill to shit just got real. It's pretty much straight up. This is, this is what it looks like. Pretty much up, 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 up. It's probably going to be like this till the ridge, and then I know it's a scramble once the trails intersect, so time to grind. We're getting there. So I had to do some scrambling because the trail got washed out. it's still kind of there, but it was really hard to see, and I missed part of it, and I'm experienced. It happens. Hello, ridgeline. Made it. Now, when I did the Weatherford Trail last time, I came from this direction. The trail goes that way and wraps all the way around those mountains. This is the interior. This is all known as the San Francisco Mountains. That's the summit. It's a scramble from here till you get to the to about right there, and then it's trail. That usually deters people because, I mean, I had to do a little scramble in here, but nothing too intense. This is all cone shaped. This used to be a volcano. This is known as the San Francisco Mountains in the Colorado Plateau. And if you look out there, see some red spikes, and yeah, that's out. I don't think that's towards Sedona. It's out like tough for me to say exactly geographically. So, but you can see very, very far today. It's just a gorgeous day. So, I vote we get to the peak and get some views while it's still clear. Making good progress. Just want to point out how beautiful it is this morning. And way out there, it's the Grand Canyon. There's the summit, straight shot. Should be there in another 10-15 minutes. Humphreys Peak, 12,633, tallest peak in Arizona. Remember, this was a volcano. Can you imagine what this thing was like when it blew up? Down there is Flagstaff. Let's point out a couple of really cool things. First off, it's an unbelievably clear day. You don't get views like this very often. So, Grand Canyon. Look at that. That is the south and the north rim. The south rim is at 6,800. North rim's about 8,500. Flagstaff 7,000. This peak is 12,600. So it just shows you, man, how beautiful today is, because believe me, it's not like this all the time. The weather's been terrible. So to get a really clear view is pretty awesome. Oh. So, man, what do you think? Not bad, huh? It's a beautiful hike, and it's only 5 miles to from the ski resort, the Sun Bowl. Took me a while to remember it, but in another 2 hours or so, it'll be cloudy today. So, but not today. You get to see the views. Totally awesome. Another great day, great hike. So cool. You can see the Grand Canyon. That's 65 miles from here. The south rim, the north rim is 80, 85. I mean, it's, it's quite a distance. You can see the clouds just starting to form. Blowing up, as we say. Time to start heading down. You want to know how fast the weather can turn? That's where we're going. Look at that. That stuff is blowing up before your very eyes. Now, you just saw my video. It was clear 15 minutes ago. You got to start early. Yeah, you risk starting late. You really need to be off ridge lines by 11, especially on. They're only calling for a 20% chance, but that doesn't matter. it could get like this and then change its perspective, and it could just be cloudy for the day. But there are no promises, so off we go. Yep, clouds are rolling in. Clouds aren't a problem. Rain isn't a problem. Thunder is a problem. So you can see I've made some good progress already. Down we go. All right, all done. This is back at the starting point. 2 hours and 30 minutes to the summit, 2 hours to come back. A couple of things to keep in mind. First off, most people, when you do a big summit, you will take the same amount of time. You know, to cut a half hour off is quite impressive. So not a lot of people can do that because they're just afraid going up the rock as coming down the rock. In fact, they're more afraid of coming down the rock than up the rock. But you know, it cleared off. There are some clouds that look conspicuous, shall we say. But overall, a great day. Very, very pleased. Everything worked out good. Time to head back to Vegas. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you do this hike. It's totally worth it. Great hike, 10 miles to do a state high point. Not many of those exist.